Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about what I'm making for the season of the granny and for the crochet along that Debbie from the Canadian Crocheter is doing, the block party. So I'm going to start with those. First I'm making this baby blanket. It is the moss stitch in a rectangle. Almost done with it. And I'm using Lion Brand ice cream. I got this for like $5 at Michael's one time. And that is that one. So that'll be a block party. Obviously it's not a granny square. The next one is also a baby blanket. This one is a block stitch pattern by Fiber Spider. And I'm using Premier Sweet Roll for that one. And I'm almost done with that one as well. I literally have this much left, plus ends to weave in, and I ran out of white. So I have to do a little bit more of the yellow, which is all I have left of that. And that's almost 3 cakes for that one. Alright, so then I started, before the season of the granny started, with just for Debbie's, I started this granny square bag by Bob Wilson 123. This is made out of Red Heart Unforgettable Waves. Just this one. I got these in a mystery box from Mary Maxim. And I'm not a huge fan of crocheted handles, so what I did was I bought some like binding tape from Walmart and I sewed it on one of these edges. You can see I just kind of hand sewed it on, and then I crocheted around the rest and then just wrapped around. So I need to rewrap this one because I didn't leave a string long enough. But that way my handles aren't stretching out, but it still all looks nice and is the same yarn altogether. So the final thing, when the season of the granny started, I really wanted to make myself some sort of throw blanket just out of my stash. So it's going to be all sorts of random, not random colors, but random textures. So I started off with this Red Heart sachet yarn that I know I'm never going to use on anything else. And by itself, it's the kind that you can crochet, like you make the scarves out of, and I know I'm never going to do that. So I was just going to hold it all together, and it's like a bulky 6, I would guess, like that. And I decided I didn't want it to be quite that bulky, and so I experimented, and I was able to get it, I cut it in half. So one half is like this. Sorry, I dropped my other ball. And the other half has the sparkle in it. So that's going to be kind of like my starting off point for my blanket. So the grays and the browns together, I normally don't love those colors together, so this will be interesting. So I went through the rest of my stash to see kind of what I had in grays and browns. And I had a few things. I'll show you what I have to start with. I have Red Heart Soft, I think this is. And I had this for another project, but I've also used some of it, so I don't think I have enough for the other project anyway, so I'll just use some of that. And then I have some 24/7 Lion Brand cotton that I used for something else and I don't need anymore. And then I have some Mary Maxim worsted value from their mystery box. I have 2 of those. So those are the browns that I had. And then I came across, for the grays, I got this from Walmart, just Mainstays Grays and Tans. So I didn't have a lot of grays and I didn't have a lot of browns, so I thought maybe I'd throw some tans in there to kind of go with this. I did have some Red Heart gray and something my grandma gave me that's like a bulky 6 gray. I think it's Lion Brand Hometown, but I'm not sure. So I had those. So then I decided I'd look for some of the tans that I have to kind of go with that mainstays. And I realized I have a ton of tan. So I have some Lion Brand Homespun in a tan color. Some 2 random tannish, creamish things that I got at garage sales, I believe. Oh, sorry, my yarn's out of reach. Some old Red Heart Super Saver and some leftover Lion Brand Cupcake in tans. And so I realized I had way too much tan at this point. And that's not even all of it. I don't want my blanket to be mostly tan. I want it to be mostly the browns and grays. So I realized you're not supposed to really go shopping when you're and buy more yarn when you're doing a stash busting blanket, but I decided to anyway, and I just got a few things. I just went to Joann's because that's the only place I have locally besides Walmart. And I got Lion Brand, goodness, Red Heart in the color Coffee. This Red Heart Super Saver. And then for the grays, I bought both of these on clearance. So Premier Serenity and a Big Twist, both in gray. And then I did have to go grocery shopping, so we went to Walmart and I got some peaches and cream in the brown also. And that's basically it. So I think since it's going to be some sort of throw blanket, I wanted to do a granny stitch in the rectangle. We'll see how that goes. I obviously haven't even started it yet. I have 3 balls of the Red Heart sachet yarn. I've cut 1 ball in half so far, and hopefully that's enough to kind of do every few rows to kind of tie it all together with the same color schemes. And I will post progress on that. It's obviously not going to be done before the cutoff for the season of the granny. It's just going to be kind of my just for fun throughout the year when I have nothing better to do project to work on. So that is all for today. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.